Okay, Ziza, let's continue and let's look at the characteristics of a weed. Remember, we have defined weed. Now we're going to be looking at characteristics of a weed. Certain characteristics are associated with and allow to the survival of weeds. Weed poses one or more of the following characteristics. Now, how can you identify weed in your garden? Just as we have said in the definitions, they are plants growing where it is not intentionally sown. Now, there's something about these weeds. You didn't intentionally sow and plant them. They are everywhere. That's what number one is talking about, abundant seed production. They can multiply just like grasses. You come to a place, you just see grasses everywhere, and it was never planted by somebody, probably. Now, rapid population establishments, that is connected to number one. The very, very fast, they have filled the whole place. They move very, very, they increase rapidly. Their population expands. The more, if you come to, if you have weed invading your farm, the way you say it in 5 days, in 10, 15 days, they have increased. Is that okay? Now, the third one says seeds dominance. Probably they have lots of seed. In fact, these seeds can spread. They can even be more than your original vegetable plant you have planted in your garden. Now, D says long term survival of buried seeds. You can come and say, okay, I have cleared all the grasses, you hand pick them, you remove all the grasses, the weed from your vegetable garden. You think you have taken every bit of it. In a very short while, you see it growing again. So they have this long term survival of buried seed. Their seed can stay in the soil for a very long time to grow back again. Now, adaptation for spread, very easy. What this is also talking about what promotes them to spread. Like the wind can blow them off, they are able to spread. Adaptation for spread. They can spread the whole garden, they can fill the whole place. They are able to just move. They are able not physically walk, but they are able to grow, move round, fill up the whole garden. Is that okay? So these are characteristics of weed. If you see a weed in your garden and you don't pull it off, you just leave it, it can spread. It can affect the real plant, your vegetables you have just planted. So as you plant, you need to take off your weed. So next week, we're going to be looking at how to get rid of weeds. Now, from the picture you see in the beginning, you can see, you can see a hand picking, you can hand pick your weed. Like this person has planted something like a beetroot or spring onions. You can see you can hand pick your weed, or you can actually use a farming tool to hand pick it. So this is what we're going to be looking at next week, how to get rid of weed in the garden. So any other question, please just let me know. Thank you for listening.